Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from the studio here at New York Comic Con, and joining me is the man, the myth, the legend, the king of fantasy himself, Mr. George R.R. Martin. How are you today?
I'm tired. I've been walking around and going to things, and this is huge.
It's
This
a
is very
marathon.
huge, yes.
I've heard that you have a super special and unique connection to New York Comic Con.
Yes, I am the first person ever to attend New York Comic Con.
And did you get the first ticket as well?
I did. It was 1964. Comic Con was down in Greenwich Village at some sort of union hall, just one afternoon, and they were advertising in the fanzines at the day, and it was $1.50. So I saw it. I was living in Bayonne, New Jersey, but I sent in my $1.50, and then when they printed, here are the members. It's #1, George Martin. Yeah. So
It had your name on the ticket?
Well, it had my name published in the list of who had joined.
Oh, how cool.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool. And, yeah, it was, I was in either junior high or high at that time. I'd have to look it up. But it was 1964, and I was writing for comic fanzines and things like that. And, of course, I was a comic fan. So I had to go to this and see. You know, in New Jersey, it was a 45-minute a bus ride, and then I wandered through Greenwich Village till I found a place, and it was cool. It was like one room, and there were like 4 people in the back with folding tables and cardboard boxes of the comic books they were selling.
Classic.
That was the dealer's room, and there were a bunch of folding chairs and a little podium at the front where the guests spoke. Some of the guests were professional artists and writers from the Golden Age, which had been before. I didn't really know most of them, but they were interesting. But Stan Lee did not come himself, but he sent his secretary, Fabulous Flo Steinberg, who he always talked about. Yes, and so Fabulous Flo gave a very amusing speech. But the big news for me was that Steve Ditko attended.
Yes. Spider-Man's own.
Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and he was a shy guy. He didn't give a speech or anything that I recall, but he was friendly with the people who wanted to talk to him. So I came up, and I loved Ditko's work. He was.
Are you a big Doctor Strange guy?
Yes, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's great too. Do you know Ditko's work?
Oh, yes. And one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time is Clea, the Mrs. Doctor Strange.
God, I love Clea.
Yeah, she's the best.
Clea was great. The thing about Ditko, I mean, Ditko was a great artist in many ways, but his characters had faces. If
I
you
know
look
exactly
at
what you mean.
even the best known, most popular like DC character, they all had the same face. They were a handsome guy. They had different hair colors and all that, but you know, you couldn't tell. You take the uniforms off them, you couldn't tell the Flash from Green Lantern. They're the same face.
Well, the Flash is blonde, and Green Lantern is brunette.
That's it. That's it. Yes.
Batman's got a little bit of black hair.
One is dressed in red, and one is dressed in green.
Superman's got blue highlight in his hair.
But damn, the Ditko characters all had faces. Even not just the heroes and the villains, but the supporting characters and the people who just were in for things. That was so great. And he created a New York City, you know, I don't mean to be putting down some of the other artists of the day. They all were great, but you look at The Flash with Carmen Infantino, and it was like the cleanest city that had ever existed in the world. There were all these tall buildings in the background that were like orange or yellow, and the Flash was running in the foreground. And then you went to Ditko's world, Ditko's New York City, and there were these water towers on top of rooftops, all of which were leaking, and there were piles of garbage, and there were dumpsters, and it was so alive. And Doctor Strange was even weirder when he started doing that. Doctor Strange's house with that window. I wanted that window.
The Sanctum Sanctorum, yeah. He also draws the best hands because, especially like Doctor, I'm going to do it right. It's the angry Pertwee like Doctor Who hands and the Spider-Man hands. All the fingers are so articulated, and
he was amazing, but an odd guy. I mean, I had a nice conversation with him. I said, "I love your work. And I love Doctor Strange. Spider-Man's great, but I love Doctor Strange most of all. He said, "Yeah, Doctor Strange is my favorite too."
Yeah.
Which was great. And then he signed a manila envelope for me, which was nice. I don't know where it is, but I probably have it somewhere because I never throw anything away. And that was the first New York City Comic Con.
And in your infinite free time, you'll dig out the manila envelope and frame it and put
I
it in
do hope
its.
to find it, yeah, sometime. And I went to the following years too, which was much bigger. And just in one year, it had gotten like 10 times the size, and there were many more professionals there. Bob Kane showed up and spoke.
Batman's own.
And yeah, he it was not a popular speaker. He walked in there and he got like a standing ovation from all these fans who were so thrilled to meet Batman's creator. But by the end of his speech, nobody really cared much. But Jim Steranko showed up there.
Ooh.
And nobody knew who Jim Steranko was. He was this totally unknown guy.
Oh, so no one
and
was
he
into
came, he got a
Cosmic Marvel.
table, and then he showed out this art. And like five publishers tried to hire him. His art was so good and so different. That was the 65 convention, though. 64 was much smaller and all of that.
Much more humble.
Much more humble, yeah.
So how would you compare it to the madness that is currently going on around us?
Yeah, things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, 64 New York City was the first Comic Con. There had been science fiction cons for a long time. But it was by no means the last. I mean, then suddenly a lot of people started doing it. I'm not sure if New York didn't go on continuously from 64 till today.
I'm not going to pretend that I know the answer to that.
I think there were gaps and it had to be reinvented or something like that. But I remember by the 80s when I was out in L.A. working for television, working in television
Beauty
on
and the
Twilight
Beast.
Zone, Beauty and the Beast, yeah. There was the San Diego Comic Con was
Yep.
going, so I would travel down and attend that. It was certainly much bigger than the New York I attended.
But still so teeny tiny compared to the madness of today.
Very teeny tiny, yeah. But it was big for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I think you guys have now caught them or something like that.
New York Comic Con is the largest in North America, so
Okay.
That's the line.
Right.
And we believe it with our whole heart. I would love to ask you, because it is spooky season, and you're a creator of many different spooky characters. Who is your favorite monster that you have ever written?
That I've written?
Created, written, however we want to interpret it.
Well, I probably the Fever Dream, my vampire historical steamboat novel, which has a number of vampires in it. Those are probably my favorite vampires. Although, wait a minute, I have a lot of. I would know that. Well, I wrote a novella called The Skin Trade.
I'm familiar.
Which is my werewolf.
Yes.
Novella about my lead character in that. He is a werewolf, but he's not a villain. He's not a bad guy. He's a werewolf collection agent, and you better pay your bills, or he's going to show up on you.
Yeah, he's just going to break some thumbs professionally.
That's right. But I loved, of course, I being an old guy. The monsters of my childhood were the Warner Brothers monsters, Frankenstein and Dracula and the Mummy. The Mummy was not my favorite. He was such a slow, bumbling monster. If you got caught by the Mummy, you deserved it.
That's how I feel a bit about zombies that don't run. Like they're shuffling
Zombies, yes,
along. If
yeah.
they catch you, like.
Yeah, what is with zombies? Come on. And you shoot them in the head and they're dead. Vampires are much tougher. They can turn into a bat. They can turn into a mist.
In the Dracula by Bram Stoker, in the original book, they can also turn into foxes and wolves, and I think they call them any perverse animals. Now we just think of bats.
Well, I did think in Fever Dream and The Skin Trade, I played with the idea of vampires and werewolves sort of overlapping a little and mixing, because as I looked at the legends, it seemed clear that this was one legend that diverged, and according to who told it, and it became different critters. But I always loved, of the Warner Brothers monsters, the Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr.
Iconic.
Even a man who is pure at heart and says his prayers by night can become a wolf when a wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright.
I'm a Creature from the Black Lagoon girly myself.
Oh, okay,
That's my
yes,
fave.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's something so scary about all the shots from beneath.
And that movie, you're a young person, so you won't
Thank
remember
you so much for saying that. That's very kind.
any of it. But that movie was considered like the hottest and sexiest thing
I
ever
know, I
done.
know.
And you look at it now and say, what? What?
Well, then Guillermo del Toro came along and gave us The Shape of Water, and it was like, oh, okay, that's really
Yeah.
sexy. I know the same thing was true about Invisible Man was supposed to, because that's pre-code as well.
Claude Rains. Yeah.
Yes, so good.
Claude Rains was great.
I mean, everything James Whale touches from that era. Mm-hmm. I mean, The Bride of Frankenstein, like everything
yeah.
is so good.
They lost Boris Karloff fairly early, and they had to bring in Glenn Strange to play the monster, but still. And then, later on, many decades later, we started getting a whole different group of monsters, more science fictional monsters, and then later, which I don't like as well. I'm not a big fan of the serial killer monster.
Too close to real life?
Yeah, Freddy and Jason,
Jason,
and
yeah.
okay, fine, but give me the Wolfman any day.
It's more fantastical,
Yeah.
more fun.
And the Blob was sort of fun. He was a little later.
Fun? Creative, certainly.
Starring Stephen McQueen. He
Action superstar.
told his full name back then. He wasn't just Steve. And I think he was like 42 playing a high school kid, something like that.
That's the same thing in It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart has the flashback scenes
yeah.
where he's like, I don't know, 18 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, him and that hairline definitely are giving high school for sure.
But the Blob, man.
Oh, it's
Blob.
so uncomfortable. It's so
When it comes out of that movie theater, right, yeah. And that poor old guy, the first one who
Yes, 100%.
and he sees it, it's crawling up the stick
moving,
or down,
oscillating,
and he
yeah.
turns it upside down. It doesn't work. It just gets him anyway. And then he's just a big blob by the time they find it. But yeah, that was a scary movie.
yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of science fiction monsters of the 50s, of course. A little later than the Universal generation, where some of them were kind of stupid. What the hell was the invasion of the Saucer Men or something? They came down in flying saucer and they had eyeballs on the back of their hands.
Oh, I don't know that one.
And I think they were vulnerable to light. So the teenagers, it was
Sure.
always high school kids who got rid of them. They turned on the headlights on their car and all the monsters exploded. That was
That reminds me of like the first Green Lantern. Alan Scott is vulnerable to wood.
Oh yes.
So you're like, oh, just throw them into a forest, and then it's all toast from there.
Being vulnerable to yellow was not much of an improvement, actually.
No, but at least everyone's on the color spectrum, right? So we have blue lanterns and we have pink lanterns. So you're like, oh, okay, I guess green and yellow, maybe. We are wrapping up, so I would love to ask you one final question because we are here at New York Comic Con. We celebrate the best in TV, movies, and comics. What are you geeking out about that you're not working on? So, like, what are you enjoying reading, watching, listening to?
That I'm not working on myself.
Exactly.
Things by other people. Well, I like a lot of things by other people. And television is got some great stuff on it here.
Well, you also helped usher in the current golden age that we're a part of in TV right now.
The last thing I finished, and I just finished watching this like 2 days ago, was like a mini series, 6 episodes or so, about the Guinness Brewery in the
Oh, really?
1800s or early
Sure.
1900s, and the Guinness founder has just died, and he has 4 children, and who's going to get the brewery? And
It's narrative?
it's fictionalized,
Yeah.
but based on
Real
real
events.
incidents, yeah, and it's a period piece, so it's got you got the Fenians and the Black and Tans and all the real stuff going on, but you also have the personal troubles of the Guinness heirs. I didn't know any of this story. Could be completely fake, but it was pretty good. It was well acted and all that. And of course, they ended it on a turtle the turtle.
Turtle.
On a total cliffhanger that I'm pissed about. They better do another series because the way they ended it was. Do you watch a lot of television?
Sure, I do.
They used to have 39 episodes a season.
Oh, I mean, I'm a Deep Space Nine girly. I remember when it was 30 plus episodes a season.
Yeah, even when I was working on Beauty and the Beast, we had 22 episodes a season. Now we're down to like 6.
6, 8, 10 if you're really lucky, yeah.
And, well, okay, but still, I kind of miss sometimes find a show and you watch it 30 episodes a season, and then there's another season, and another season, and you look back and you say, hey, I've watched 314 episodes of this gunslinger and his adventures. But
It's how you get great.
addictive. I like that.
You like you like the addictive feeling.
Yeah, I like regardless of the medium. I like Spider-Man. I like that there's hundreds and hundreds of Spider-Man comics.
Oh, I think we're well over 1,000 now. Yeah,
and not just 6. And I have frustrations with it too. I have to admit. I don't like retcons. I don't like reboots. I'm following a character or a superhero or something for years, sometimes decades, and then they come and say, oh, no, none of that stuff actually happened. We're just going to start the whole thing all over again. That always annoys the hell out of me.
I'm a Tim Drake fan, and they tried to tell me for a while that he was never Robin, and I said, not in my headcanon. That's why you make your own continuity, right? You have to just put it together for yourself as a fan.
You do, but it's still frustrating.
Yeah,
It's still
yes.
frustrating. Peter Parker married Mary Jane.
Yes, thank you. Yes, they have a child. Her name is Mayday. You will not convince me otherwise.
That's right. That's right. You can't undo these things, but they do nowadays. But what can you do?
What can you do? I don't know if we can end on a more frankly honest note than that. So I'm going to say, George, thank you so much for joining us here at New York Comic Con.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have fun.